none of those things in some aspects.
Mm.
I'm still, I mean, after all the years I've been, in the spotlight, so to speak, on the hot burner, on the back burner and the forefront and everything in between. I think there's some misconceptions about who Sharon Taylor is, but there's some truths about that as well. Hopefully I use those to my advantage. It never ceases to amaze me, however, that some people are captivated by this whole idea that Sharon Taylor and others like her are famous. I don't feel that way about myself. I just feel like somebody who's working really hard to make a difference for myself, for my customers, and for the industry. I don't feel famous. I just feel I guess, just very lucky to have some of the opportunities I've had, but certainly not famous. But I don't know, there's still people out here there that call me a rock star, call me this, call me that. I don't know.
Well, you raise a really interesting point. I too deal with this issue, although probably not on the scale that you do. But certain people, like, oh, everyone knows who you are. I'm like, well, they didn't 2 years ago, and that would have made a difference, and I could have fed my family. But now they know who I am, and I kind of gotten okay with the idea because I really think it's kind of like that Intel commercial where the guy who invented USB walks into the office and everyone kind of screams and goes crazy like he's a rock star.
Yeah.
I really think IT service management and folks like us, we need celebrities. And whether maybe you choose to or not, maybe, you are our celebrity, Sharon.
Well, I think I kind of agree with you. And I know, people came, the masses, if I can refer to the general public in the IT service management community as that, came to know who I was during the days of the ITIL refresh. I mean, I was well known before that, but probably in smaller circles. So the stage just got bigger. And we had choices. I had choices in managing that piece of work where we could have just gone on under the radar, did the work, published the new update to ITIL, but we chose to make it a really public, interactive thing. And if anything, that's what made most of the people associated to that so quote-unquote famous. And really, if it did anything, it engendered a lot more curiosity about what ITSM was about. So there were some positive spin-offs as a result of that. So even though it's kind of hard sometimes being in the spotlight, it has good benefits for the industry at large. And it certainly did for my career in terms of, how easy it is to get in some doors these days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always like to use movie analogies, but, Peter Parker in Spider-Man, mild-mannered, everyday person, when he first becomes a Spider-Man and he gets that notoriety, he doesn't know what really to do with it.